Hello and welcome to the Pizza Kitchen. I'm your host, Brian Hernandez, and today we're going to take you on a tour through the gateway to the west, St. Louis, Missouri. Now I know you're saying, Brian, how are we going to get there? Car, bus, family, truckster? No, we're actually going to take you there through pizza. Now there are three things to remember about St. Louis style pizza. You need a cracker thin crust, a sweeter sauce, and provel cheese. Those are the three biggies right there. If you don't know how to do any of those, I'm here to tell you how to do it. And we actually have a couple great examples of some St. Louis style pizzas right here. But first, I want to rewind and show you guys how we got to this point. For starters, we need some dough. For today's recipe, we'll need flour, water, olive oil, salt, dark corn syrup, and baking powder. Add all your ingredients to the mixer and begin mixing. Since this recipe has no yeast, we add a little baking powder to substitute, and the dark corn syrup will add a sweetness to the crust associated with the St. Louis style. Mix for about 10 minutes. This dough will be a lot harder than your regular dough. Mix until a cohesive dough ball, then remove from the mixer. Once fully mixed, portion your dough balls. Today we'll be making an 11 by 16 inch rectangular pie, so we'll need a 23-ounce dough ball. For pizza shops, you can run this through your dough press until super thin and large enough to cover the screen. For home use, break open that elbow grease and a rolling pin and get it as thin as possible to cover the desired area. Place your stretched dough on your screen. Today, we're going to be using an allied metal screen, but you may want to bake directly on the stone or use that screen to start the process. Now to make our signature St. Louis style sauce, we're going to need whole peeled tomatoes diced into fine pieces, tomato paste, sugar, crushed basil, salt, and thyme. Dice your whole tomatoes as fine as you can and drain the liquid and add them to a bowl. Then add your tomato paste, salt, thyme, sugar, and basil. Mix thoroughly. You may want to use an immersion blender to reach your desired texture. Now to make the provel cheese, let's start with some white cheddar, provolone, and Swiss cheeses, and some liquid smoke. Shred the cheese into a bowl, add your liquid smoke, and toss thoroughly. Bing, bang, boom, there you have it, provel cheese. There are no specific St. Louis style pizza toppings aside from the crust, sauce, and the cheese, so today we're going to make a couple examples that will play really well at home and in your pizzerias. The first one is your basic sausage and pepperoni. Stretch your dough, sauce your pie, add the provel cheese, then top with 24 cup and char pepperonis and your crumbled sausage. Bake in your oven at 450 degrees for about 7 to 10 minutes. Make sure the bottom crust is golden brown and crispy. For our second pie, the process is the same, but we're going to top it with some large green pepper rings, large white onion rings, and some fresh mushrooms. Well, there you have it, PizzaTV. Now you guys know how to make your own St. Louis style pizza for fun or profit. Thank you so much for joining us in the Pizza Kitchen. I'm your host, Brian Hernandez. I'll see you guys next time. But until then, what do we always say? Keep those ovens lit.